The Mazda MX-5 NA. I now understand all the hype. What a car. This car is an absolute joy to drive. The stance, the open roof, the suspension and the sound all combine to give a fantastic driving experience. I had a huge smile on my face driving this around for a day. It's so agile and it's lightweight and rear-wheel drive. There isn't a better possible combination. Honestly, one of the best days driving I've had. I just loved everything about the car. Everything about this exact one too ticks all my boxes. It doesn't look heavily modded, it's red which means it's faster, and has a wooden steering wheel and chrome exhaust. I really did fall in love. But don't get me wrong, I don't plan on sugarcoating this review. The car has its flaws. Unfortunately, the week the owner purchased the car, the engine exploded pretty catastrophically, which severely tainted any positive relationship he could have with it. It was always supposed to be a project car for him, but not a massive pain and money sink from day one. It's a shame because it means he never really felt the magic I feel driving it. It's a point worth making though, not every owner will love their MX-5. I did because I didn't have any of the hardships of owning it, so it's no guarantee. Having said that, he may be the first car enthusiast I've spoken to who doesn't like the MX-5. I mean, look at those pop-up headlights, how can you not like it? The owner got another equivalent MX-5 NA 1.8 litre engine and did a straight swap. If there was any passion left at this point, he probably would have rerouted the cooling system to improve cooling efficiency, evening out the temperature differences and resulting in reduced stress on the engine. A common mod on the NA, but the love wasn't there and he just wanted it on the road, so a straight swap had to do. Like most other MX-5s on the road it seems, it has an aftermarket exhaust with a cat delete, which makes it bullishly and obnoxiously loud. I don't understand this part of modding culture in cars. I get wanting to hear the engine, but not making everyone in a 5-mile radius hear it too. I also think it just makes other drivers treat you poorly, but whatever, each to their own. At least it was a chrome exhaust. On the flip side, the fixtures and fittings, like the steering wheel and the gear lever, were amazing. I know it's an aftermarket edition, but it felt so right and honestly made the driving experience that much better. I really love the steering wheel. Yeah, there's a continuous small ominous knowledge that I'm losing my teeth in even quite a minor collision, but I'd argue that only adds to the experience. Other than that, the suspension is all original, the bodywork and paint is all original, including the original spot welds, but it doesn't look heavily modded. It looks great. Let's talk about speed. It's really not that fast. It pulls much more than a Mark IV Polo diesel, but nowhere near as much as you'd expect. It wasn't bad enough to feel like it was severely lacking, but just slow enough to make you realise. But this is where the exhaust comes in. As stated earlier, I'm not normally a fan of crazy loud exhausts, and I did feel embarrassed driving this around the quiet, elderly inhabited villages of the British countryside. But man, on the open road did the noise out of the fun, and it made it feel a hell of a lot faster than it was, which made me forgive the lack of actual oomph. Also, just like any car, once it's up to speed it doesn't really matter, then it's just fun trying to maintain speed and momentum. I also have to mention the smell. The smell to me was the best part. I wish YouTube was 4D so you could have experienced this too. It transported me back in time with the smell of petrol, the fumes, the interior. I was in heaven. Big downside though is my clothes did stink afterwards. Having this car as a daily driver is a lifestyle choice as it literally ingrains itself into your personal smell. Not a decision your partner would be appreciative of, I'm sure. On the whole, I'd say it's a hell of a fun car to drive, and as everyone knows, it's very easy to modify, making it a dream project car for many. Sticking a turbo in these things is often the first thing owners do, and for good reason. Anyone who wants a project car probably already knows enough to deal with anything that can go wrong on these, as they're not hugely complicated. But at the very least, if you're a car enthusiast, you've got to make sure you drive one of these cars. It's the epitome of what a fun driving car should be.